right, guys, welcome to Phillip Island here in Australia this afternoon. I am JD Smith up in the booth alongside me this evening, Will Kane Craft. This is Grossim TV here tonight to present to you the GV8 class here in week number 4 at Phillip Island. Can't wait to get started. Guys are finishing up qualifying right now as we speak. I do have with me tonight to be good. Got some great racing going to happen. Looking at the qualifying, Greg Carr is going to be your pole winner with a time of 1 minute 33 seconds, .205. Alongside him in the front will be Nigel Baines in the 36 machine with 1 minute 33 seconds, .898. So real close there to Greg Carr. In the third position will be a newcomer, Martin Carroll, number 184 on the side of the car there. And then on the outside of him in the fourth position will be back for this week, Glenn Sidman. Chris Hogan does a great job starting in the fifth position. And beside Chris will be another second week we've seen Tony Klusterman starting in sixth. So as we're getting started, lights are fixing to go down here. We're fixing to get everything started. I'm excited. I know you guys are excited. Kane, you here with me, bud?
I'm here, and I am excited too. Phillip Island is one of my favorite tracks to watch. It usually lends to some good close racing.
Excellent. I know it does. I'm going to let you turn this thing green.
Looks like we're missing somebody off the front row there.
That's Greg Carr we're missing. So as soon as he gets on the grid, unless there he is, he just got there just in the nick of time. And Greg is prepared and ready. He's in the 11 car today in the Can-Am Motorsports red and black, and they're off. And just getting us started here. Here we're heading down towards this crucial turn number 1 and number 2 here at Phillip Island. It's absolutely gorgeous here. And
such a dangerous turn.
It is. This is going to be one of the most crucial parts of the evening, Kane.
Everybody got through turn 1 okay. Turn 2 can be just as chaotic. Looks like everybody's doing well tonight to keep the cars on the track. Everybody's being careful.
They really are, Kane. I'm watching from a real high above the track tonight with blimp cam to keep an eye on the wrecks throughout the field tonight. Looking in first place right now is Greg Carr. Right behind him, and a new sponsor this week. Got some fresh coat of paint on the car. Spotty Dog Cakes is Nigel Baines. So familiar name, but a new coat of paint on that Ford Falcon in second position. You guys check that out. But so far, a great start tonight. As I'm fixing to go down, and once that we get through the first lap, I'll go through the field a little bit. But right now, we got some fantastic racing here. A little bit about Phillip Island, where we'll be tonight. Phillip Island is 12 turns on 2.7 miles. So a fantastic track here. It's just a picturesque circuit, Kane. I know it's just one of the most beautiful circuits we visit all season long.
It's got a little bit of everything. That's what I love about this track. It's got some high-speed straights. It's got some blind apexes. It's got a little bit of everything you want. High braking zones, chicanes, everything.
It really does, and as you see the guys going around turn 1, Doohan Corner, and down into the southern loop of turn number 2 that's so dangerous right here. You see the guys doing a fantastic job as you see them kind of get in a line there. They're going to try to get the single file. With the format tonight of having these 23 laps, you don't want to make a move too early and be out of this thing before it gets going good, Kane.
I agree with that.
Right now, while you got the camera right on Chris Hogan, I gotta throw a big thanks to him for running the Get Dirty MX paint scheme tonight. It looks good, Chris. We are proud of. He's got the Grossim TV on the side. We sure do appreciate that. That's got to be about the best looking paint scheme I've seen all year, Kane.
That is a nice looking paint scheme. He did a good job on that one.
He did a fantastic job. He's doing a great job up here in the 5th position as well. Good spot for Chris so far. I know he wants to get a podium tonight, so if he can get one, I know he'll be proud. But he's got a tough guy on his tail, and Tony Klusterman in that Red Bull.
Yeah, Tony had a great week last week. His first week racing with the GV8s. He finished on the podium. I can tell that he's going to be putting serious pressure on Chris's bumper here before too long.
He is. I do want to bring the attention to the front of the track for just a moment, as Nigel Baines is trying to inch his way in on our leader car in the 11 Can-Am Motorsports car. Right now, Greg Carr sees him in the rearview mirror. He's trying to make a little breakout run here. But we know we had an outstanding battle between these two. And just the rest of the year, you know Nigel Baines is just itching to get at Greg Carr, Kane. I mean, you know it's got to be getting to him.
Yeah, it's nice to see somebody giving Greg a challenge and somebody running up there at the front with him. But I think they're both pretty happy to have somebody to compete with.
I do too. It makes for some really exciting racing, especially what we saw at Orland Park, and you know, really all season long. But I really got to give a shout out to Nigel Baines. I really like the new paint scheme. Here you see him working on the rear there. He's just trying to run smooth, clean laps, and if he can hang with Greg Carr tonight, just throughout the race. I mean, he doesn't want to try to get too aggressive too early, make a mistake, and then he loses his shot at him. But doing a really good job in 2nd position right now, as he really is inching in on him. As we get a look at the gap there, I'm sure Kane will show us that gap here in just a second. He's getting on the inside, almost to the bumper of Greg Carr right there, Kane. And right now, as I'm looking in, I see he's right on the bumper.
Yeah, that is some good close racing. Phillip Island, it takes some guts to run that close through some of these turns.
It really does. And Nigel gets really wide going through the hairpin there, and loses some time on the off the back of Greg Carr. Yeah, it did. Here they're going around the left-hander, as you see. Does a good job trying to get back to Greg. But, man, he really did lose some time. I think if he wouldn't have lost that little bit of time, that half a second there, Kane, he would have been right on him. Could have possibly went for a pass, as he had the better turn than Greg Carr on that last turn. Here you see them descend down the hill here. This is a really tough right-hander down the hill. Got a dip down into it. It has a really big exit curve there, but still you don't want to get over there because it's so slick. You can lose it at any point. This part they're at right now is one of the trickiest parts. You're really getting on the accelerator, and Greg Carr doing a fantastic job getting on that accelerator, getting up the speed, going down the front straightaway here at Phillip Island, doing a fantastic job. He will lead crossing the start finish line with 20 laps remaining here at Phillip Island. Great job by both 1st and 2nd place. Here we look in just behind these guys.
I'm afraid something happened to Tony.
The 3rd place position is Glenn Sidman. Oh man, and we'll have to get a replay maybe, see what happened. And you do see Chris Hogan has moved up to 4th, and Glenn Sidman up to 3rd. And Tony Klusterman is nowhere to be found. But we got a newcomer in 6th position. Not a newcomer to the league, but a newfound 6th position in Mario Gerard of Road Shark Racing. And look at him. He's doing a good job. He is eyeballing in on that 5th place position.
Chris Hogan's got some serious pressure from Isaac Figueiredo.
There you go. Good job, Kate. You got it out good. Good to see a new face here in the GV8s. That is Isaac D. Figueiredo. Got me. Isaac D. Figueiredo, and he is doing a fantastic job being right on the bumper, and he is going to get on the inside of Chris Hogan. Gets off the track a little bit on the right-hander. Is he going to be able to take him side by side, door to door? around the turn. Chris Hogan has the advantage, but on moving on the outside this time is Isaac, and he will not be able to make the pass. But Mario coming up in. We have 3 racers battling for this 4th place position. Fantastic racing as they head down the straightaway towards the start-finish line. And it looks like he has the run on him. He does, Kane. Isaac is going to take the inside and take the 4th place position away from Chris Hogan. It looks like Chris Hogan is also going to lose a position to Mario Gerard. No, he's able to hold Mario off.
He is for now, but Mario's putting some serious pressure on him. I think we're going to see a pretty good race here.
Absolutely. I mean, I was just looking, and I thought for sure Mario had him. A great job by Chris to hold off Mario Gerard. Here they are. Oh, and we have trouble. We have trouble. Isaac gets over and spins. He gets into Mario Gerard, but not bad enough. I think they're really hurt. But a spun out Isaac. And look at Mario Gerard. I'm going to have to do a close-up on his car to see what the damage is.
I'm going to do a replay here. Keep an eye on Isaac.
Oh man, and as I'm watching the replay, guys, watch as soon as he gets that replay going, I want you to watch Mario Gerard. Mario is off track right now. He has damage, Kane. I'm watching live, and Mario has just come to a stop. He has reset bar. I believe he is heading to the pits. Tough break for Mario Gerard, guys. Kane, if here, are you watching the replay right now? Yeah.
We were. I just went live.
And man, when you guys just saw that, he gets into Mario, and it's just a tough break. There you see him in the pit box. So a tough break for Mario Gerard. Just got caught up in Isaac. I know Isaac, the Figueroa did not mean to get into Mario. It's just one of those unfortunate things. You're going around that hairpin. It is just absolutely crucial. It's a hard place to keep control. It's really easy to lock up the brakes, and it looks like that's what happened to him. And unfortunate event for him right now. But we must continue on. We do have 17 laps remaining, and an outstanding race right now. Your leader in this race is Greg Carr, and as I'm looking down, Nigel Baines is fixing to make a move on him, Kane, as we look up front. Well, Nigel got a little wheel off the road, but he was right on him. In first place is Greg Carr. The second place belongs to the number 36 car of Nigel Baines. In third place is the 83 car of Glenn Sidman. Fourth place belongs to Chris Hogan in the number 10 Gross MTV machine. Jason Lundy in fifth in the FPR. And, Lundy getting loose right there around the turn, able to save it. That is your top 5. In 6th place, Nils Jordan in the Redback machine in the number 2 car, guys, as you're keeping an eye on everybody. In 7th is Isaac D. Figueroa, and he is seemed to be okay after the spin out. His damage didn't seem to be near as bad as Mario Gerard's. In 8th place shown right now is Jim, well, it was Jim Egan. It's going to be Klusterman who made the pass. In 10th place is going to be Peter Hebron, guys. He's in the number 6 Martini car tonight. And I'm in a bad spot to look. But in 13th is going to be Edward Crawford. I'm sorry, 11th. He's in the 13th car. Pardon me. As I watch the race, I get kind of sidetracked. In 12th is going to be the number 4 car, a newcomer, Mark Mayers. Al Heron is in the 13th position. 14 is Mario Gerard, who is in the back of the field right now. 15 is also Martin Carroll, another newcomer, and if you're looking for him, he's in the 184 car. Got a great view of the onboard car right now of Nigel Baines, and as we're looking on board with Nigel here, you guys check out just how close this is for the lead, King. I'm actually going to go on board with you guys as well. Outstanding job by Greg Carr holding off Nigel Baines. Nigel Baines is doing a fantastic job. He's new paint going this week. I like it. Looks great. He's attacking. He's just putting the pressure on Greg Carr. But, you know, I think Greg likes this pressure, Kane.
He does well with it. You know, he hasn't seen that kind of pressure for a while, and he is getting serious pressure. Nigel on the inside.
He is passing Greg Carr.
Around Honda corner. They are door to door.
They're door to door, and look at that. And Greg Carr makes the pass. I can't believe it. Nigel had him in his sights, but don't look out too soon, folks. As Nigel Baines is on the return, he is not going to give this up, but a good effort by both drivers. Greg Carr, fantastic job. He said, oh, you can come on in. He just gave him a little taste of what first might taste like. Kane, what you think?
He is cool under pressure.
He is about the best we have at under pressure. I've never seen anybody that can really hold down a first place position like that. Get pressure, gets, you know, he's door handle to door handle. You couldn't fit paper between those two cars. And he's just cooler to the other side of the pillow. And retains his first place position. Outstanding battle between first and second
I'm
position.
really impressed with
It's hard to
Sidman
broadcast
back here
when
in third. He's having a great race back here in third, and he's kind of slipped back from the leaders a little bit, but he's just having a good, clean race. He's turning good laps.
He is, Kane. He's only running 2/10 off of Nigel Baines' time as far as the last lap's concerned. So, and actually in the last lap, Nigel Baines and Greg Carr ran an almost identical time, as it was only 1/1000th of a second difference. That is incredible. I just can't believe the driving we're seeing out of this P1, P2, and P3 right now. And as you look behind Glenn Sidman, another driver doing a really good job right now is Chris Hogan in the 4th position, Kane.
Yeah,
doing an outstanding job.
I've seen Chris in a practice. I've seen him on the track practicing this weekend, and he did put in a lot of practice time, and it shows. He's really run a good, clean race tonight, and running great times.
He really is. He's running 1:35.32 right now with his last lap, and he's in the 4th place position. He can see Chris Hogan up in front of him, so with 14 laps remaining, it is going to be very possible for him to catch a podium. But with the way that that 3rd place position is battling, he's really going to have to push it to catch them, because all these guys are having outstanding runs right now. Glenn Sidman really is, but I'm worried about Chris Hogan for one reason, Kane. Nils Jordan in the number 2 car is creeping up in the 5th position right now. He's not running as fast as Chris Hogan right now, but we have seen Nils Jordan run fast in the past. And if Nils Jordan can get on a run, Chris Hogan might have a battle on his hands in the next 2 or 3 laps. Looking back towards our leaders, guys, Greg Carr in the 1st place position, and right behind him, Nils Jordan. A good battle going on.
Nigel Baines.
Greg gets a little bit loose, and they're about to be side by side again. Nigel Baines able to catch up to Greg Carr right there. Once again, Greg Carr does a fantastic job of holding this lead. He is doing a fantastic job of holding this lead. Here they are heading toward the start-finish line, and just outstanding as they start lap number 12 of this 23-lap race at Phillip Island. Kane, it has been white-knuckle races so far for the 1st place position. Greg Carr has held down this thing perfect, and Nigel doing about as good a job as he can of just attacking and keeping the pressure. I promise you what, I promise you something. Greg Carr has not made a turn yet without seeing that birthday cake on the hood of Nigel Baines' car yet, bud.
Yeah, it's he's got a great big view of that birthday cake right in his rearview mirror. And, he hasn't got a break yet.
And I like that birthday cake. That's another one of my favorite schemes. I got two favorite schemes of the week. This week it's got to be the Grassim TV. Then I also like the Spotty Dog. I think it looks good. It's also a Petroleum's paint scheme. I like it a lot. So good job, both of you guys. Get my vote for scheme of the week. But here goes Greg Carr making a right-hander. He gets loose again. And Nigel is not really attacking right now. He's just staying smooth and staying on the bumper. He's not getting out the pass. He's staying directly behind Greg Carr.
Yeah, he's at times look like he's coming up right behind him now. Looks like he might be making a move down this straight. He'll get a little bit of the draft.
And he is on the inside, Kenny, and they're going to score him in second. He almost was able to score a lead lap, but he has just taken the lead. We have a new leader. If he can hold it for the lap, he'll get an official score of leading a lap in this race. But he has passed Greg Carr. And if he can hold it...
That is exciting.
That's very exciting. And as he's heading down, something's wrong with Greg. He just got into just a wheel off the track, and he did a good job. I thought he was about to lose it, Kane. And look, they're coming up on lap traffic already. In fact, that lap traffic they're coming up on is Mark Myers in that Fago number 04 machine, and he's going to do a fantastic job of letting the leaders by. Okay, both of them make it around safely. Right now, fantastic graphic showing right now for the second and third place of Greg Carr and Glenn Sidman. There is 7 seconds separating our lead 2 cars from that third place position. Glenn Sidman doing a fantastic job here today, holding that third place position down strong. But this battle for first and second is really the story of the race so far. These guys are just
well, I don't want to ignore the battle for seventh. Jim Egan and Kloosterman are having a spectacular race, and it's been going on for a while. Kloosterman a little loose there. Got a little gap now between him and Egan, but I know a few laps ago when I looked back, they were having a battle. So that battle's been going on for quite a few laps.
Man, I wish I would have known. I sure would have went back and checked it out. Good job keeping me up to date. This battle's so good at the front, it's hard to turn around to keep our eyes around the track. Another little battle right now, or excuse me, that is the same battle you just said, is Jim Egan and Tony Kloosterman, but I was noticing Kloosterman is trying to catch Jim Egan again. He's actually starting to make up some of that time he lost just a second ago, Kane. But it was probably going to take me about a lap or two to get back up there to him. Good job, though, from Jim Egan. All right, guys, as everybody's crossing, we have 10 laps remaining here at Phillip Island in week number 4 of the GV8. I'm going to do a rundown. In first place, number 36, Nigel Baines. In second place, the number 11 of Greg Carr. Glenn Sidman in third. Fourth place is Chris Hogan. Fifth, Nils Jordan. Sixth, Isaac De Figueiredo. Seventh, Jim Egan. Eighth, Tony Kloosterman. Ninth is going to be Peter Hebron. 10th, Jason Lundy. 11th, Kyle Herring. 12th, Edward Crawford. 13th, Mario Gerard. 14th, Mark Myers. And 15th will belong to Martin Carroll. And outstanding, Nigel Baines has officially led a lap now. Cheers, mate. Just tell him congratulations. What a pass. You know he has wanted to lead a lap over Greg Carr, and right now he has a decent lead over the leader right now.
Yeah, it looks like he's pulling away.
he has got to the front, and he said, I have worked my you-know-what to get up here, and I'm going to do whatever I can to win this race. And right now, showing no mercy to Greg Carr. He really has opened up here at Phillip Island. So kudos and congratulations so far to Nigel Baines, but I'm going to leave him alone. I don't want to bother him as we have other things going on around the track. I'm looking, if you remembered earlier, Mario Girard got caught up in that mess. He is back in the 13th position right now, and hopefully he can make up some time. I know that's really tough what happened to him. Actually, he's up to 12th now, okay?
Yeah, I see that.
Once he goes across the line, it'll show 12th, so
a couple
good job.
Drivers
he
really had a tough season last season, and it just seemed like they just had a lot of bad luck. And it seems like Mario's kind of got that card out of the deck this season. He's just had several races that have just been some bad luck deals happen to him.
Yeah, I have to agree 100% with you on that one. I believe you're absolutely right. It really is hard to swallow when you've had a tough break like that, and sometimes it's just things you cannot help, and those are the things you can't let get to. You just got to move forward. If you keep driving, and keep doing the best you can, eventually, bad things can't go on forever. Just like Nigel Baines has done so far tonight. He has fought and fought and fought. And look, right now, it is paying off for him. He's doing a fantastic job. He is in first place currently. Some of the newcomers coming in here doing a really good job of showing out their names and representing themselves well. We saw Tony Klosterman just last week get a podium in his very first race here in the GV8. But this week, he's in 8th place right now. So a lot of close talent here in this league, Ken.
Yeah, there is a lot of good talented drivers in here. So the newcomers, there's not seeing a lot of talent in the newcomers. I know that they drive in other leagues and they're very skilled, so it's good to have them here.
It is. Our two leaders now are fixing to start coming up on some lap traffic. A good bit of it too, as Nigel Baines is fixing to be right behind the Edward Crawford Jim Beam machine in the 13th position, and right ahead of him is 12th place car of Mario. Now 11th place, as Mario is making a pass right now as we speak, Kane, on Kyle Herron, and Mario's just moved up into the 11th position. Good job by Mario Girard to bounce back after an unfortunate event with him and Isaac De Figueiredo earlier this race.
Yeah, great job to come back from having to go to the pits and all that and get repairs. That's fantastic. Seeing Edward Crawford giving the guys room, letting them by.
Yes, absolutely. Here they are going around. Tough part of the track for me, which is this hairpin, as they call it here at Phillip Island. They call this hairpin Honda Corner, but man, just a beautiful track. Sometimes it's hard to get over just how awesome this is. And while I'm sitting here and we got this excellent race going, 7 laps remaining, I want to go ahead and give a big shout out to our wonderful sponsor and all our friends over at GetDirtyMX.com. Really thank them guys for coming and being with us this season. Really proud to have their name alongside this broadcast in our leagues. Once again, GetDirtyMX.com. Big thank you to you guys. If you guys get a chance, go check their website out. It's www.getdirtymx.com, and go check out their awesome gear. They have really good looking t-shirts and all kind of great stuff. I checked out their Facebook page as well last night. Outstanding job. So make sure you guys check that out. That's GetDirtyMX.com. Thanks again, Get Dirty, for being alongside of us. You can also check out Get Dirty on Chris Hogan's Ford Falcon today, as he's got the Get Dirty logo right there on the hood tonight. And Chris doing a good job for Get Dirty tonight. Right now, Kane, as he is in the 4th place position. So good job, Chris Hogan, representing the broadcast and Get Dirty well.
Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job tonight. Kudos to him for keeping his head together tonight, running good, clean laps, and having a good pace.
He really is. And looking up, Greg Carr is starting to inch his way back towards Nigel Baines. As we see Peter Hebron off track right there. The leaders go right around just fine. And right now, as you look at Nigel Baines, your leader in 2nd place, Greg Carr, head down Gardner. They cross the start-finish line. There's officially 6 laps remaining. Outstanding race so far between this 1st and 2nd place car.
Greg Carr
have done a
caught
great
back up and is going to make a race out of this for the last 5 laps.
He really is, and he has been inching his way ever so closely, and he says, spotty cake, you can do what you want, but I'm coming to fight, and he will do that. I mean, he really is coming in hot. As you see Mario Girard just ahead of Nigel Baines there. What a fantastic job from Nigel Baines tonight. But he's really going to have to show up if he's going to allow Greg Carr to stay in 2nd. I mean, you know Greg Carr is not going to just sit there.
No, he's forming the plan right now. He's going to start working hard to get around Nigel Baines and take his victory back.
Yeah, I've kind of been watching the line that Greg Carr is running, and not the previous few corners. He's not hit the apex like he normally does. He's actually run kind of a wider turn than he normally does, I've noticed. Of course, now that I say that, he's back online, but I wonder why. But here they are back down this Gardner straight here in the front. And see how they do in these tough turns 1 and number 2 as they're going around Doohan Corner down the southern loop of turn 2. And as soon as they come around this turn 2, which is a really tough left-hander, they'll head up towards turn 3 and the tough turn number 4 known as Honda Corner here at Phillip Island. There's 12 turns here, and each one of them are so different here. And just like you said earlier, there's really some of everything here.
There is. It's an amazing track. It's a lot of fun. It's, high-speed track, but it's also got its technical areas. It just makes for a great racing.
And right now, we just have some of the best racing we've seen all year with this 1st and 2nd place car. I mean, and I can't get away from them because they're doing such a good job, but the rest of the field's doing a fantastic job as well, so it's hard for me to jump away. I know soon Mario Girard's going to have a little bit of company, and it's going to be your leader, Nigel Baines, and right on his bumper, I mean leading right on his bumper, is Greg Carr, who is really fixing to attack Nigel Baines. And the time is now, as there's only 4 laps remaining, Kane. He's got to go now.
Something happened with our Jim Egan-Tony Klusterman battle. Klusterman's separated now by almost 10 seconds. I'm guessing must have had an off track or something. I'll have to go back and look for that after the race is over and see what happened.
Yeah, something definitely had to have happened for him to get a space like that.
The purple car was off the track there and took the access road off the hairpin.
2 laps left to go up front as they are currently on lap number 21. Nigel Baines' last lap, he ran a lap time of 1 minute 34 seconds 6, and right behind him, I'm so sorry, I hate when technical difficulties, guys, I apologize. Right behind him, Greg, a time of 1 minute 34 seconds, 0.3. So, just as you see around them go around Mark Myers there, really close lap times. Obviously, they're running right beside each other, but almost identical times. Greg Carr actually ran a little faster lap than Nigel Baines. So he is inching ever closely here, Kane, but he's going to have to do it now. This race is really winding down.
It is, I'd have to say. Nigel's holding his own, and Greg Carr is doing a fantastic job at chasing him down as well.
He is, and now officially 2 laps remain, and that is all, folks. 2 laps, and Nigel Baines gets out to what just happened to Greg Carr? It looks like he lost some time there. A bigger gap definitely between the leader and second place. Maybe it's just me, Kane. Did I miss something? And it just seems like the gap.
I don't think anything particular happened. I think Nigel got through turn 1 just really quick, and maybe Carr struggled through turn 1 a little bit. Maybe he had to let off the gas a little bit to keep it on the track.
Well, this lap car of Jason Lundy up in front of Nigel Baines has got to be making his neck sweat, because that can slow him up just enough to let Greg Carr get right on him if he's not. Luckily, everybody in the GV8 is such a good team that they usually do such a good job of letting these leaders hide. There's never really a problem. But it's just the fact that it is there. You know, Kane, I mean, it's just, if there's something there, something can happen. And look at that.
Yeah, he gets
Jason Lundy just goes off the track for these. That just, I mean, look at that right there. He did not want to endanger that lead at all. And I'm sure that Nigel Baines owes him a steak dinner now for letting him by like that. That was really good sportsmanship. Here we are, guys. White flag is out. Your leader is Nigel Baines in first place, who is driving his heart out, trying to get the lead, is the number 11 car of the car. Third place, Glenn Sidman. Chris Hogan in the 4th place position. Nils Jordan in 5th. 6th is Isaac D. Figueredo. Jim Egan in 7th. Tony Kloosterman back in 8th. 9th is Jason Lundy. 10th is Mario Gerard, who has worked ever so hardly to get back up after that unfortunate accident. Kyle Herron in 11th. Edward Crawford 12th. Peter Hebron 13th. Mark Myers in 14th. And in the back of the field is Martin Carroll. So that is your field on the final lap. I'm going to be watching our leader all the way in to see if he can get his first win here, and anybody other than Greg Carr's first win here of the GV8 season.
Nick Kloosterman just went to go toss some popcorn at the Dolphins.
Oh boy, he went to go visit him. That's unfortunate for Tony. Right now, Nigel Baines doing a great job. He's going around this final bend here. He's going to be doing, this is one of the toughest turns here at Phillip Island, Kane. This is where he's really got to get on that accelerator and try to not let that back end step out. So far, so good. He just needs a few more 100 feet, and he has his first win of the season. The number 36 car in the Spotty Dog Cakes Ford Falcon. Nigel Baines wins here at Phillip Island.
Another driver we haven't talked about too much tonight, Nils Jordan. He's had a great race. He's in 5th. Good. I don't know if too many people know it, but Nils records his races and he puts them on YouTube for everybody to watch. And I've watched a couple of them, and it's pretty cool to watch somebody else racing these races.
Yeah, that is really neat. I did not know that. That's really cool about Nils Jordan. You guys know Nils Jordan. He is in the number 2 car in the don't want to say it wrong, the redback car. And he did finish 5th tonight. Fantastic race. Really, 1 through 5 tonight all had an outstanding race. That is, first place was Nigel Baines. Second place, Greg Carr. Third place, Glenn Sidman. Fantastic race. Chris Hogan, outstanding job. And of course, Nils Jordan in 5th. Those are your top 5. Wish we could have a podium position for the top 5, as they all really did an outstanding job here at Phillip Island tonight.
Good job, everyone. Jim, it was a pleasure racing with you. Nice and fun. Yeah, that was fun.
And as I'm looking around the final results here, I'm going to go down, of course, and do a final rundown now that everybody has just about crossed the finish line, Kane. This is how they stacked up. In first place, the number 36 car of Nigel Baines. Congratulations to him on his first win of the season. In second place, the ever so strong number 11 and outstanding driver of Greg Carr takes second. Glenn Sidman drives an outstanding race to earn a really tough podium, and well-deserved third place position is Glenn Sidman in the 83 car. Chris Hogan did a great job tonight and finished 4th. I know he's got to be proud of that 4th place finish. He worked really hard to get it, and well-deserved job by the number 10 car, Chris Hogan. 5th was another great drive tonight by the number 2 car of Nils Jordan. I tell you what, the number 6 car is a first-time driver here in the GV8. That is Isaac De Figueiredo, and he did an outstanding job. If you guys remember, he had that bad wreck there, or not wreck, but a bad spin out, I should say, in Honda Corner. And that's when he got into Mario Girard. I know it was a complete accident, but he bounced back to finish 6th. So good job for him to hold off that 6th place position and do a good job. That'll help him in the point standings, as he is new to the league, but still 6th place produces a good bit of points. So 7th place is going to belong to Jim Egan, who had a great battle with the 8th finisher and Tony Klusterman. They had a great battle all race long. I know Tony would have liked to have got ahead of Jim, but great job by both guys, putting a good show for us tonight. 9th place is for the number 14 car of Jason Lundy. 10th is Mario Girard, who did a fantastic job of bouncing back from last place all the way up to 10th. So tip your hat to Mario Girard. Even though he finished a lap down, did an outstanding job of battling back after that unfortunate wreck when he was, I believe, he was up near the top 5. I know that when it happened. So Edward Crawford in the number 13 car is 11th. 12th is Kyle Herring in the number 25 car. 13th belonged to Peter Hebron in the Martini number 6 Ford Falcon. 14th went to a newcomer, Mark Myers, in the number 04 Fago Purple Ford Falcon. And in 15th position, he left the race really early. He only completed 1 lap, but that was Martin Carroll in the number 184 car. So everybody, good race overall here at Phillip Island. It's every time we come here, it's just an outstanding showing by the field, and it's really pretty on the eyes, as well as this is one of the most beautiful tracks we go to all season long. Although I will have to say, Kane, next week it gives this track every bit of a run for its money, as we will be visiting Mount Panorama at Bathurst next week in the GV8 series next Monday night.
Is that next Monday already?
That is next Monday already. Or am I wrong?
You're crazy. Yeah, we got something else
Yep,
next week.
I'm sorry, there is one more week. I apologize, I got ahead of myself. Look at me, I'm so excited to go there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. See how excited we are for Bathurst?
I know, I am so sorry, guys. Next week is Monday, December the 2nd, and we will be at Bathurst Monday, December the 9th. I apologize. But when we go to Bathurst, I will be going crazy. That is one of my favorites, and so I can't wait to get there. But an outstanding job by everybody that drove here at Phillip Island tonight. We had no official wrecks, except for the incident with Mario Girard. Everybody did a really good job of staying clean tonight and racing really hard. But got to throw our congratulations.
I don't know about that no official wrecks thing though, because we spent a lot of time focused on there's just a couple really close races that we spent a lot of time on, so we didn't really get to see the whole tracks. There could have been some pretty big wrecks out there that we just missed.
You know, you're absolutely right. I spent so much time watching those front runners, I couldn't help it. It would just put on such a good show, I had to watch it.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad about that myself. I love racing, so whenever I see two cars side by side, it just grabs my attention, and I just have a hard time pulling away.
I do as well. It really is. It makes it so tough when you're looking for good racing and you get it, and you can't leave it alone. See, I'm bad about that myself. You'll go on and find out, like with the Jim Egan battle with Tony Klusterman, you found that, and I had been missing it the whole time. I felt terrible. I wish of course we'll go back and I'll watch it in the replay, but great job by all the drivers here tonight. Kane, you wouldn't happen to have the point standings handy, would you? I
do have the point standings. Let me grab those.
If Kane's going to bring up the point standings for us here in the GV8, just to see where we were coming into Phillip Island this week. But once again, congratulations to your leader, or your winner tonight, Nigel Baines. Congratulations to him. I guess the new paint scheme paid off, Kane.
Yeah, he done a fantastic job.
He overtook Greg Carr for the lead, and Greg Carr gave him a great battle, but he did a fantastic job of driving off with a victory, and well deserved tonight. Hopefully we'll get to hear from Nigel Baines tonight, and something tells me we might get to. I hope we do. And I'm pretty sure we'll get to hear from a few more guys as they're getting finished up and getting out of their cars and getting ready to talk to us. But I'm going to go through the points real quick. Of course, Kane just brought up this fantastic graphic for us showing our points up to this point before we got tonight. As we entered Phillip Island this week, our leader with 500 total points and had won every race up to now is Greg Carr, who is in first. Finished fifth tonight, but in second place in overall points is Niels Jordan going into tonight. And as you see right there, guys, I hated that he got caught up in that accident, but Mario Gerard was overall in points, so he probably will drop a position or two, as will Jason Lundy maybe. He was in a tight battle with Mario Gerard for third place. And I like how we have the plus. You can see where they moved from the previous week. You see Mario moved up spots from fifth, and Jason Lundy moved down one to fourth. Fifth place was Jim Egan with 312. So the points should shake up just a little bit. Look at Glenn Sidman down in 11th with another third place finish. He was absent week 1 and week 2. But with two podiums, Kane, he should move on up.
Well, before you move on too far, I do want to mention Jim Egan there in the points. In 5th place, that just goes to show you how consistency, just showing up every week, having a decent run, and just staying with it can be really great for the points. He's showed up every race. He's had good consistent runs, and 5th place in the points. That's fantastic. Same with Kyle Herron in 6th place. It's shows up every week and runs a good run. Usually finishes somewhere in the middle to 4th, 5th, 6th. Sometimes he'll have a bad week and finish a little further back, but just consistency really does well for these points championships.
You hit the nail on the head. Showing up every single week is so huge, and being able to finish these races, even if you're not in the top 5, finishing 6th, 7th consistently really pays off. And as these guys continue on throughout this season, you see, you have a guy like down here at Glenn Sidman who just made it last week, his first race. He missed points for week 1 and 2, while Kyle Herron and Jim Egan We're racking up the points weeks 1, 2, and 3, now 4. That consistency really pays off, and there you see it on your screen right now, guys, and it shows you in the points.
How about Chris Hogan, who missed his first race last week and dropped 3 positions in the points?
Wow, that shows you right there, when you miss a race, it really hurts. Going in before last week, guys, Chris Hogan was 3 spots above. He was up in 5th place, now currently in 8th. But a fantastic job by Chris tonight, and he got a 4th place finish, Kane, so it'll help him a little bit. But I know going back, he's really going to wish he would have got to have run at week 3 with us.
Yeah, he'll gain some of those positions back tonight, as Nigel Baines is going to move up several as well. So, yeah, the roller coaster effect of the points championship, can be kind of exciting to watch.
And with Nils, I apologize. And with listen to me, I can't get it out. Nigel Baines, with him getting a win tonight, that'll help move him up some as well. But with him missing that first race and getting 0 points, it kind of hurts his chances.
That's going to move him up probably in the 5th or 6th place, getting that win today.
And you want to know what the real kicker is, Kane? It's all really and truthfully. Let me tell you what can help Nigel Baines out. If he can find a way to win Bathurst, the winner of Bathurst gets 300 points. By far the crown jewel of the series. It's an endurance race, 300 points to the winner, and that can really, really help you out if you missed a race. I mean, think about that for just a second now. You win Bathurst and you win 300 points. Look at some of these guys right now, and look at where they would be with those 300 points. So
I tell you what, there's going to be guys like Chris Hogan, Peter Hebron, Tony Klusterman that are going to be working really hard at practice at Bathurst for the next 2 weeks, so that they can try to get those extra 100 points and move up in the points championship.
And that would be wise for them to do so. I mean, if I'm in it right now, and like you just mentioned, Kane, if I'm like a Nigel Baines or Chris Hogan or Peter Hebron, even Tony Klusterman,
Jason Lundy,
I'm absolutely, most definitely Nils Jordan, Jason Lundy, and don't forget Mario Girard. I'm almost going to skip practice for next week. I'm not going to skip it altogether, but I'm going to spend a little more time on Bathurst this week and next week to get ready for that December the 9th endurance race that we have at Bathurst, because it is just so important when you talk about this points championship. So exciting racing coming to us soon. Kane, see if we can get some drivers here tonight. Looks like we're going to have some guys joining us real soon, as we've been talking with you about our points championship. We do have some of the drivers that are going to come talk to us. And first off is we have Greg Carr here with us. Greg, are you with us?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Doing outstanding, and a great run by you tonight. A fantastic battle with the number 36 car tonight of Nigel Baines. Finished second tonight and battled really good with him. Y'all put on one heck of a show for us tonight.
Yep, we decided last weekend wasn't enough, so we'll keep going this close racing, and we got the better of me this week, but I was glad we could run side by side there for a little while and kept the pressure on them, so all hope isn't lost, but we'll recoup a little bit and see what we can do in Brazil.
And what a race that will be. I don't know if y'all do this the rest of the season. I'm all for it, Greg. I really hope you guys do. It really is fun to watch, but fantastic job. I know you would have liked to win. I mean, but I'm telling you what, man, we got to be careful. We can't let you win them all. We'll be in trouble. But great job. with battling Nigel Baines tonight, man. Congratulations on the second place finish. And I know you probably got something as well.
No,
Yeah,
I think
thanks.
you covered it. It was an exciting race. It was good to see you battling back and trying to take that position back. It was just exciting all the way around.
Yeah, it was pretty close there. I was hoping I'd get back to him, but I kind of slipped up a little bit coming to the white flag and kind of killed my run coming down the front stretch, and he was able to just hold that gap throughout the rest of the lap, and I couldn't. It's too far back, so I'll take second. We'll keep the
a
points
couple
going.
weeks ago,
and
you probably got about maybe 4 minutes of camera time the whole race because you took off and left the field, and we didn't see much of you the rest of the race. And this time you spent probably 80% of the broadcast in the spotlight, so that's a good thing.
there you go. I guess, yeah, it's good. We'll hopefully Nigel and I can keep it going. Don't see why we couldn't.
Well, Greg, we sure do appreciate you talking with us, man. Really good to hear from you. Congratulations on the second place finish and excellent battle for the lead all night long. Looks like we got, for the first time in an interview with us, Nigel Baines, our winner tonight. Are you with us?
Sure am. Good evening, guys.
Good evening. And congratulations on the win tonight. I know you've been itching to get with y'all. You and Greg we were talking about right before I seen you get in with us. You guys have just put on a fantastic show up front in these past few races, and man, y'all need to put on a movie or something. Y'all run side door handle to door handle about most of the race.
Yeah, it's. I mean, the pace between the two of us seems pretty much the same. So, Greg got the better of me last week, and I was able to repay the favor this week. So, that's good.
Well, it sure is fun to watch, and congratulations. Next week we're going to be in Brazil and Sao Paulo. How good are you at? How familiar are you with that track down there at Interlagos?
In the V8, not at all. But ran it in I guess some of the slower cars. So we'll see. I'll probably need to get a few laps in through the week and try and get up to speed. So hopefully we can have a good run in the Americas races and a good run here next week.
Well, it's really good to hear from you, Nigel. Always a pleasure talking to you. I'm sure Kane has something for you as well.
Hi, it's been a pleasure having you, Nigel, as well as the other newcomers to the series. It's I watch you guys in the Americas series. I'm a pretty big fan of that series, and to have you guys over here racing with us, it's a pleasure, and it really adds a lot to the broadcast and it adds a lot to the league. So we appreciate you guys coming over here and racing with us.
Yeah, obviously we appreciate you guys. Everything you do to put this on and put it together is awesome anyway. So nice to have that close race there, and hopefully, like you say, we'll keep it going for the rest of the season, and maybe we can claw that lead of Greg's back a little bit.
That's right. Well, we thank you guys for joining in. Also, we have Jim Egan with us. I want to talk to Jim. Jim, you with us? Yeah, I was watching Greg Carr and Nigel Baines, and I got caught up. And in the broadcast, I got in trouble. Kane was like, "Oh my goodness, there's such a great battle going back to the 7th position." And you and Tony Klutsterman had a great battle going on for a great part of the race. If I'm not mistaken, my friend, y'all had a fantastic go at it, and you were able to hold them off in the end and take 7th. So congratulations on a great battle, and you got some good broadcast time tonight as well. So how was it battling Tony?
Oh man, it was tough. I mean, especially at the end of the race when our both of our tires were pretty much shot, and it was all I could do to keep him behind me, as well as it being all I could do to keep it on the road. But yeah, that was fun all race.
Well, we sure did enjoy it. Like I said, we will be at Interlagos next week. Have you been there in the V8?
I have not in this car. I mean, a lot like like what Nigel was saying. I've been there in some of the lower powered cars. I've been there in the Kia. I've been there in the Star Mazda, but nothing anywhere near as powerful as this car. So it's a brand new track for I think pretty much everybody here in these cars. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun.
That's definitely be a fun race. I'm just trying to figure out who's got the edge. I'm trying to see who's going to be able to get that extra bit of luck down there. But it is really good. I'm glad to see a lot of the new guys coming into the league, and but good to see you doing good, Jim. Always good to see your car going up towards the front. So good job tonight, bud.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Absolutely, and. Mario Gerard, are you with us, buddy?
Sure, guys.
You know, I always got something special for Mario, and Mario tonight, unfortunate, I saw what happened to you down there in turn number 4. You were riding, and I don't want to say his name wrong, but Isaac de Figueiredo, in the 135 car, got a little loose and spun out, and unfortunately came around and got into Mario. And the damage seemed to be crucial. I mean, just crucial damage from what we saw, and we noticed you had to go back to the pits. But with what happened, you went all the way to the last place and were able to battle back to 10th. So. A fantastic job. Did you even finish maybe in 9th?
Well, just trying to get that beyond Jason was really tough. He's quite a good driver. But yeah, it was unfortunate. I mean, it's a racing incident, so we just tried to get back on the track and go up further we could. So the championship will be quite interesting in the next few weeks.
It really will. As me and Kane were talking right before you guys may have overheard when you were coming in to talk with us. We were looking at the points going into this weekend here at Phillip Island, and it has been a roller coaster of points so far. It really is still really close, especially with the weeks remaining. Of course, with Bathurst is going to be just really the crown jewel of the year with the points. You know, the winner will take 300 points at that race. So you guys, I'm sure, are going to be spending some mighty good practice time on the mountain in preparation for 2 weeks from now. I know we're going to Brazil next week at Interlagos, and you're going to have to practice for that one as well. But that is going to be an ever important race when we go to Bathurst. I know we got a really big broadcast planned for you guys for that event. I know you got to be excited, and I hope that I know you're excited as well. But a great job tonight, Mario, for coming back. I know that was unfortunate. I know Isaac did not mean to do that, and it's obvious it was not intentional. Just one of those things in race, and it looked like it was. I saw it as it was happening, and I was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, it's just an incident. But yeah, thank you, guys.
It just seems like you've been one of the drivers. You know, I seen Kyle Herron had trouble last season. It seemed like he caught a bunch of bad luck, and this season it seems like you're catching all the bad luck.
You know what? You may need to get you one of those paint schemes that my good friend Chris Hogan has now. If you haven't seen it, check it out. You may need to get you one of those.
That worked well for him tonight. Fourth place finish.
It worked out incredible.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. I think Nigel Baines already left. I was gonna tell him mad props too. I really liked his livery as well on the car. It looked really good. You guys check it out. Jason Lundy, I see you're with us as well, bud.
Hey guys, how are you doing tonight?
Doing fantastic. Tell me what happened tonight here at Phillip Island. We enjoyed watching.
Well, I had a qualifying really caught me out. I was going to go out for one more lap and didn't have enough time left to get around to the start-finish line, so we ended up in 10th. And then at the start of the race, I got a good jump, got around Jim in the hairpin, and then from there, a lot of guys were spinning off, so I found myself in 5th, I think, after 2 laps or so.
Well, man, I really good job. I know as we're looking at the championship points, it's still a lot of you can really go up in these points here in the next few weeks. So I know you're going to be really preparing for Bathurst and as well for next week. How do you think? What are some things you're going to do to prepare for Bathurst?
I actually don't think I'll change my routine much. You know, like the other guys said, Interlagos will be a new track for them in this car. I've been to Interlagos in other cars. So I think I actually am going to take a little more time to prepare for that, since I have been around Bathurst in the V8. So that's my thoughts for my planning and practice.
Oh, okay, well, that's good to know, and it'll really be interesting to see how things play out next week. As this is, you know, a very exciting track and a new track for this car. So I think pretty much everybody, like they said, pretty much everybody in the field, it'll be new for them. So that's going to make for a really fun broadcast next week. And I know you guys are really looking forward to running there. So,
You know, I've raced at Interlagos in the V8, and it's a fun track.
all right, well, who wants to join me in the booth next week as we let Kane run on the track? I'll take Kyle Harrim. You down there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing, guys?
Doing great, man. How was your run tonight?
I didn't do so well. I stopped twice in turn number 10.
That's a
it's
tough
a shame 'cause
turn.
I really like this track. I love this race. It was unfortunate couldn't get back together.
Well, I obviously you didn't get as high as you wanted to, but you know, like you said, I love Phillip Island. To me, it's one of the prettiest tracks there, and it's one of the funnest. Like Kane was saying earlier in the broadcast, it really has a little bit of everything here. You know, there's only 12 turns, but each turn has got its own unique characteristics, and it's really fun to run at. You get some good high speeds, and I really enjoyed watching you guys run here tonight. Like I said, every guy that ran here tonight had a fantastic run, in my opinion. To me, this is a very, very, very tough act. I don't know why I can't grasp it. I ran some practice laps last night with Kane and a few other guys, and man, I lift my hat to you. I couldn't get down into the 1Bs. I was still in the 141, 140. It was terrible. So that's why I'm up here running my mouth and talking about how great you guys are, and y'all put on a great show. So keep your head up high, Kyle. I know we've seen you run up at the front, and I know you'll be back up there soon, maybe next week.
I'm looking forward to Bathurst. I've raced it a couple of times, done pretty well, so we'll see.
Absolutely, and with the weighted of the endurance points, that really could help in the point standings. So we look forward to seeing how things go there as well, Kyle. It's good to talk to you, as always, with all of you guys. Fantastic job. We had 15 guys run tonight. We had 16 names, but we had 15 run. Participation seems to be growing a lot. The GV8 starting to grow. I'm really proud of everybody for getting some new drivers in here. Also, the new drivers, and this is for all of you guys to come back with me on, the drivers you're getting are really drivers as well. So that's the hard thing to find, is anybody can find, you know, anybody, but we're finding a lot of good drivers to join this this league, and that's what makes it so well, is the people. So thank all of you guys.
Yeah, the league is really coming around, and it's really been a blast to broadcast, and it's been a blast to watch. These races have been really exciting. So things are really starting to come around. I think we're going to start seeing a lot of great things with the league in the future.
And here we have Chris.
There he is, Chris Hogan. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris, how you doing tonight?
Hey guys, how are you?
Doing fantastic. fantastic. I am proud of you, my friend. Finishing in 4th place tonight, had an outstanding run, put in some good practice for this race, and look, it showed off. 4th finish with the best paint scheme in the business. I mean, that yellow car was just zooming tonight, buddy.
Oh, I don't know. I think I was pretty lucky there, guys, to be honest with you. I think Tony had a bit of a wobble there, and I sort of got away from him, and I think Isaac and Mario had a bit of a coming together, and it sort of gave you a bit of space to breathe. So if I could just get in there and try and put some laps together, and end up holding a bit of a gap to Niels.
And did a great job, though. I mean, I know some things came together to help you get up there, but you got to give yourself a pat on the back. And a smooth, consistent laps, one after the other, and it showed up on paper and showed up as a 4th place finish. I know you. I mean, you almost got the podium. I mean, we had a great top 3 that ran really good, and a great finish in 4th. You got to be proud of it. Got to be proud of it, Chris.
Oh, I certainly am, mate. No, I'm stoked with 4th.
After missing last week and dropping down in the points, those 3 positions, this really ought to help boost your points back up there, and you ought to see some gain.
Oh, it's a long way to go to try and catch those guys, but we'll just take each race as it comes.
And that sounds like a good. And speaking of taking each race as it comes, before you got in here with us, I talked with the rest of the drivers. We will be at Sao Paulo next week, Brazil, at Interlagos. And how familiar are you with that circuit?
Very, very poor, to be honest with you. I think I've only done a handful of laps there, and I'll have to get in and do some serious practice, I think.
Well, don't feel bad, because everybody is in the same boat as you, Chris. It's going to be very, very fun to see how everybody does in this race next week, as everybody seems to have little to no experience in the V8 at Interlagos. So I am very excited. Also, we can't wait for 2 weeks, as we will be at Mount Panorama in Bathurst, and look forward to seeing you all there. It's a big race. It's going to be, the endurance race. 300 points goes to 1st place. Well, what can you do to prepare for something like that when you have a new track never really ran coming up next week?
Well, Bathurst is a track all of its own. It can bite you big time. It's just consistent laps and just trying to put one lap in after another and not make mistakes.
Well, we sure do look forward to seeing you, Chris. Congratulations on 4th place. I look forward to seeing you guys run next week. Once again, I love the paint scheme. You did a great job on it. Looks really good, bud.
Good on you guys. No, you guys deserve a bit of credit, so I thought I'll do that and see how it goes, and yeah, we'll keep running it.
Oh, sounds good. It's that good luck. That's that good luck yellow you're running there. I told Mario he needs to get one like that.
More than happy to share it with him.
All right, buddy. Well, guys, I want to thank every single driver for joining us, talking with us right now. Kane, you have anything else tonight for anybody, buddy? Yeah, guys, fantastic job. Make sure you guys put in your good. Y'all do a fantastic job of preparing each week and putting on a great show for us, making our job a little bit easier. And we promise we'll practice our broadcasting and get a little bit better each week, and to make sure we bring a great product for you guys. Y'all really deserve a great broadcast. Kane did a fantastic job adding some new graphics to the screen. It really showed. But awesome talking to you guys. Thanks for coming and joining us post-race, especially some new guys like Nigel Baines coming to talk with us. But anyways, this is I'm JD Smith. Alongside of me in the booth all night has been Kane Craft. This is Gross MTV, and we want to say thank you very much for being with us all night. congratulations once again to our winner tonight, Nigel Baines, and you guys have a fantastic evening. We will see you next Monday night, same place, but we will be, or same time, I apologize, but we will be at Interlagos. Until then, y'all have a great night.
See you later.
Yeah, thanks guys. Good night.
I can tell you about iRacing's precision-engineered cars. I can tell you about iRacing's authentically detailed tracks. I can tell you about iRacing's incredibly satisfying physics. But what I can't tell you is what it's like to be part of this.